Anyways, I don't want to talk too much about it. I'll probably talk tomorrow. But I want to talk about self-love because I think it's really important that people know what self-love is. Because a lot of people think they do, but I don't believe they do. I was kind of one of them, kind of not. Especially this year from all the personal development I've gone through, and all the mentors that I've had to actually teach me has been pretty awesome. The Mindset Mentor podcast is just life-changing. I'm telling you right now, you guys listen to that all year, you'll be a different person. So I just listened to one of his latest episodes, which was about self love. And I just thought, not everyone listens to this podcast. Not everyone, knows what self love is. So why not I just repeat exactly what he said and, kind of obviously word it my way as well. But for anyone who actually listens to it, it's pretty much the exact same thing. But I just wanted to, just share it with you guys. So, first off, self love, everyone talks about, it's like talking nice to yourself. It's like a verbal hug. It's like, not putting yourself down and doing really nice things for yourself, right? Like that's what everyone thinks self love is. And that is definitely what self love is, right? That's definitely what self love is. But self love also is about, you know, what the thing is, what people don't understand is, let's just go first into what self love isn't. So, a lot of people think self love is, let's say you had a really big day at work, you're so tired, you're stressed, and you just want to get home and have a glass of wine because it numbs yourself. Like you don't have to stress about anything you dealt with. You can just relax, right? They think that's self love because you deserve it because you had a stressful day. That's not self love. Same thing is like, even ice cream, people use all types of things as numbing just because they don't want to deal with their emotions, they don't want to deal with what they're doing. So they just numb themselves. Some people use work, people use alcohol, some people use food, people use all kind of things. And they think that's self-love. Just because you had a hard day doesn't mean you should just go and relax and have like a wine. That's just, you need to learn how to actually self-soothe. Now, what self-soothe is, there's multiple ways you can do that. But the thing is, as a baby, like if we're crying, we're crying, showing all this emotion, our parents will then come and self-soothe us. They will soothe us. They will calm us down. But we don't get that as adults, and we don't get teach how to do that. So it's really cool that, I'm learning this kind of stuff. But pretty much, if you think about it, well, why an adult is so emotional, while they're crying all the time, while they're angry, whatever they do, is because they don't know how to self-soothe. And the thing is, which is really interesting as well, is that animals actually have a self-soothe built into them. So I'm not sure if you guys know, a gazelle, when a lion chases them, like a gazelle has to like run. And before the lion comes chasing, it gets like heaps of this adrenaline and it will just like, kick, it will just run off, right? And it'll have all this energy. Now, if it runs off really easy, it's going to have a lot of energy left over, right? So what it does is it shakes itself. So that's how it self-soothe. But humans, we just bottle it all up. We just numb it. We just have, like let's say we've had a big day and we know we need to go to, go work out, but we don't. Or, we've had a big day and we just decide to not deal with everything we've just dealt with and learn something from that experience. We just decide, fuck it, I'm over this shit. I'm just going to have like a fucking wine or a beer, whatever it is, right? That's what a lot of people do. It's how people live their life. Now, I just want to be really clear. I know this is going to trigger people. That's why I think a few people have jumped off already. But the thing is, right, there's nothing wrong with having a beer. There's nothing wrong with having wine. There's nothing wrong with having ice cream. There's nothing wrong with doing any of that kind of stuff. Even watching Netflix. As long as you deserve it, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. Like if you're doing it for a reason that you don't want to, like let's say, you're stressing and you just don't want to deal with it, that's the wrong way to do it about it. Like everyone's gonna have that urge to want to watch Netflix or have a beer or drink a wine because it's nice. But if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, you're not doing it for a self-love because you're doing things that should improve yourself and make you grow. By doing that, you're not learning anything. You're not going to wake up becoming a better person because you've had that glass of wine. But if you sat there, right, now this is going to be really hard because the thing is, to improve in life, you're going to do things that are hard. You do things that are easy, your life will be hard. It's that simple. Now, what some of the things you could do is you could learn how to meditate and calm yourself, calm your nervous system. That is one of the best things you could do. Another thing is if you have a lot of energy, right, and you just, instead of, having a wine to relax or to just, whatever you have to do, right, go to the gym, go for a run, use that energy. And trust me, it's not fucking easy because especially if you had a crap day at work, the last thing you want to do is go for a run or go to the gym. I understand, but you're going to become a better person from doing that, and you're going to train your brain that it's not okay to just numb it. It's to actually deal with it, learn something from it, and become a better person from it. But a lot of people just numb the pain, which I found really interesting because I was one of those people. I'd come home from work, I fucking deserve a beer. I've had a really shit day. Sorry about the language, but I've had a crap day and I just want to have a beer to relax myself. The thing is, it's not the right thing to do. The thing is to really just learn how to not have a beer and actually just focus on how you could have, not reacted the way you have. And maybe just, like I said, meditate. Meditate is one of the best things you could ever do. Like, it is absolutely amazing to calm yourself, to have, either listen to your thoughts or not listen to your thoughts. It's your choice. It's whatever you want to do. But it's a really amazing thing to do. Also, going for a run. There is a point where you're running and it just feels amazing, like really, really nice. I don't know how to explain it. It's just you get to a point where you just feel on top of yourself. You're really dealing with all your demons and all the bad thoughts inside yourself. I don't know how to explain it, but I've done running for a long time and I've felt it multiple times. I don't really need to do it anymore because I meditate and I'm really good at self-soothing, and I'm also really hard on myself. So another thing is, so there's two parts of self-love, which I didn't know. So there's one is like obviously talking nice to yourself, all that kind of stuff, the verbal hug, and being nice to others as well. Now, the other one is tough love. Now, this one might, you guys might agree, might not. But the thing is, tough love is such an important thing. It's like what you say to yourself when when you don't want to hear it, but you need to hear it. It's like, when you have a best friend and you love them, right? And they're doing really amazing, but then they start to do stuff that really doesn't do well for them. They start, drinking or not going to the gym. They're being lazy. Now you could sit there and just say nothing and just let them vent, right? And let them do what they do. But if you care about them and you want the best for them, you would tell them, right? And the same thing for yourself. Like if you know that you said to yourself that you're going to go to the gym and you don't go to the gym, well, you need to learn to go, no, I said I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it. Like there's no excuses. I just got to do it because it's obviously going to make me feel better. And there's multiple things like that. It's like when you have that tough uncle, right, who gives you tough love. You tell him you're going to do this thing, and then you see him next, and you still haven't. And he's not trying to do it because he doesn't love you. He's doing it because he loves you and he wants the best for you. Now, he can let you do what you want, and you can go down that path, or you can choose to be a better person, learn something, and grow. I think that's the best thing to put. Like, you really need to have tough love. If you say you're going to do something, you go do it. You don't just get home and go, you know what, I don't really feel like going to the gym. I'm just going to go to sleep or I'm just going to watch Netflix. The thing is, yeah, cool. You watch Netflix and you go to sleep, whatever. You don't wake up feeling better. You go to the gym, you go to sleep, you feel fucking, sorry again. You feel like on fire. You feel motivated. You feel pumped. You're like, I just did that. And then your brain goes, you can do this. And then you just learn to build that momentum. I think it's such a big thing. Like a lot of people are like waiting for someone to tell them to do something, but you need to learn to be honest with yourself. You need to be like truthful and go, am I being lazy? I said I want to be here in, let's say, 6 months. And what have I done to do that? Like maybe I built a bit of momentum, but then I stopped. A bit of self-love is going, no, you said you're going to do this. You need to start doing this because I want the best for you. And this is you talking yourself all the way. I want to see you do this because I want to see you, the best version of yourself. And obviously that will inspire others to do the same. So I just thought it was really, really cool. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that kind of stuff before, but it is so true. We have never been taught how to self-soothe. So everyone just numbs themselves. Like I said, I was one of them. I would just have a beer after work because I had a stressful day and I just didn't want to deal with anything else. So I had to get external. So instead of dealing internally, I looked for external sources to, deal with those emotions, which weren't dealing with them. All it was doing is numbing it, if that makes sense. I'm sure you guys can put your hand up and say, that a lot of people have done that. A lot of people in your life, like you're probably still doing it now. So you need to start thinking, how can I actually start, doing things that are actually doing good for my life? Like when I started thinking about the whole alcohol, I love alcohol, but it doesn't do much for me. It doesn't serve me. It doesn't make me become a better person. I don't feel when I wake up, I don't feel like a better person. I don't feel like I'm a better version of myself. You know what I mean? Like my goal is to be a better version of myself every single day. If I'm drinking, I'm not going to feel like I'm going to feel like crap the next day, And the same thing, like wine's great, but what's it actually doing? Like when you have that wine, as long as you deserve it and you're not doing it to numb something, It's fine. It is completely fine. Having ice cream just because you're out there with your, your significant partner or your friend, cool, do that. But it's like you have to be really, really clear on why you're doing it. Because if you don't know why you're doing it, you're probably doing it for the wrong reasons, if that makes sense. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. I don't know how well I did because I literally just listened to it on the way here, and I had to like kind of put in my brain to the trying to give it to you guys. I probably left a lot of things out, but I think I've got most of it. And I think it's really important just to be tough with yourself. Like literally, how I live my life is like everyone's watching me. It's just like my life is like a movie. I don't think anyone's gonna really pay any money or want to watch a movie where someone who just sits on Netflix or says they're gonna work out and they just do nothing. That is not an inspiring or five-star movie. If you want to be like a five-star movie, or you want to call it, like you want to be the one where you literally say you're gonna do it, you do it. You don't just waste your life drinking and doing something you don't love. You get really honest with yourself. Like if you really want to retire your parents, if you really want to be somewhere in 5 years, what do you need to start doing now? Because the thing is, you know, you can say it, but the thing is, to get to where you need to be, you need to become a different person. You can't be who you are to be who you are in 5 years. You need to like develop the skills inside of you, not just externally, but also internally. Like it's like to be a millionaire, you have to have the millionaire mindset first, or you'll lose it all. And I will talk about that actually in a post. I'm supposed to do it today, but I'll do it tomorrow. And I'm getting a bit off topic. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for jumping on. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day. I'm about to do a jump in the freezing cold pool because I have to. I just have to. It's discipline. So, anyway, guys, have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.